This is my take on season 3, episode 10, The Bear, from someone who's never watched season 4 before. Yeah.
Chef. Chef.
Oh, hey, how you doing? Ragazzo?
We start off with Carmi chasing David Field. This already sets the theme of power between the two, with Carmi chasing after David Field like a child would chase after his father, and David Field leading Carmi like the father. This shows that Carmi has less power than David Field already, and already sets that tone of undermining Carmi. In this bit, Carmi calls David Field chef, a sign of respect that other chefs gives to other chefs. But David Field doesn't reply with, "Chef, how are you doing?" He says, "How are you doing, Bergazzo?" calling him by his last name. This already shows a sign of disrespect that David Field doesn't even view Carmi as another chef by calling him by his last name. On top of this, he mispronounces Carmi's last name on purpose to almost belittle him, calling him Bergazzo when his real name is pronounced Berzato. This shows another sign of disrespect and is a power play to show that I don't have time to even remember your name. Carmi sees this and laughs awkwardly, as now he can see that David Field hasn't changed a bit and he's still a dickhead.
I always wondered what I would say to you if I got to see you again.
Okay, let's have it.
After fuck you, I don't have much.
Fuck me?
Yeah, that's right.
For anything in particular?
No, just generally being you, I think, yeah.
Got it. Well, this has been nice. Still have these, huh?
During this whole bit, David Field shows a lack of interest in the conversation with short replies. Even after Carmi says a very directive and rude response saying, "Fuck you," he says, "Fuck me," and I got it. Like he doesn't care and wants to get his conversation over and done with, and then proceeds to walk away, showing that he doesn't care much for Carmi at all, or what Carmi has to say.
I think about you too much.
I don't think about you.
Why are you such a fucking asshole?
How am I an asshole?
Do you have half an hour?
You're welcome.
I'm welcome? For what?
This little bit will forever remind me of that one rage bait meme where the monkey has his chin on his hand and the lion roars in his face while the monkey smiles, with David Field being the monkey and Carmi being the lion. We see throughout the whole bit that David Field keeps a very calm tone and doesn't pay peace of mind to what Carmi's saying. And now we start to see Carmi getting riled up. It shows that David Field doesn't think about Carmi at all, as he says, meaning that his emotions isn't affected by whatever Carmi has to say or whatever he thinks. But now Carmi is seeing this, and now he's getting riled up because David Field, at the end of the day, is someone whose opinion he cares about. He views him as one of the best chefs in the world.
You were an okay chef when you started with me. And you left an excellent chef. So you're welcome.
The acting from Jeremy Allen White here is amazing. We use this pause to see how Carmi's processing what David Field had just said. He stutters before even speaking, and the look of confusion on his face shows that maybe he's never thought of it this way before. But at the end of the day, Carmi still has his strong feelings toward David Field, rightly so. So when he responds, he doesn't think about, if he made him an excellent chef. He thinks about how shitty he treated Carmi.
You gave me ulcers and panic attacks and nightmares. You know that, right? You understand that?
Yeah, I gave you confidence and leadership and ability. It fucking worked.
I'm fucking stunned right now.
Dude, you need to unclutch your pearls.
We still see Carmi stutter here and David Field speaks without error. It shows the power play between the two again and the effect David Field has on Kami. David Field continues to belittle him by calling him dude instead of chef, and now the disrespect is even more because he doesn't even give him his own name. He's calling him dude. This pause shows the conversation to be like a chess match. This conversation isn't about right or wrong. It's about two ideologies clashing, and the silence shows which move and what they're going to say next. A sign of process.
My life stopped.
That's the point, right?
That's the point?
Kami does the same thing that David Field done in the first bit by questioning what the other person says. David Field does this trying to make Kami's statement satire, make it seem like it has no meaning. When Kami says fuck you, he says fuck me. Like, why are you saying fuck me for? That's dumb. But when Kami does this, it doesn't have the same effect. It shows that Kami's trying to match David's moves in chess, but it's not working the same way because he doesn't have that type of power that David Field has.
You wanted to be great. You wanted to be excellent. So you got rid of all the bullshit and you concentrated and you got focused and you got great. You got excellent. It worked. You're here.
In this bit, Kami stays quiet and has this sort of face in what I believe to be disbelief that maybe David Field has just said something nice about him. He called him great. He said that he's here and that it worked. But then he's also trying to process, is he actually right or not? This whole bit of processing is a common theme during the whole, interaction.
Look at all this. I'm gonna go piss now.
This is the last bit where David Field is in the scene, and it shows that he has kept his power. You know, he chooses when the conversation ends, and he ends the conversation with something that's not that important, saying that he's just gonna piss now.
And I want all today, and I want all of that. I want you here by my side, and I don't want and only you can let.
In these final bits, we see Kami wait until David Field leaves so he can cry. This shows that he still cares how David Field perceives him. That he doesn't want to cry in front of David Field because he doesn't want to seem weak. Even though I'm sure David Field already sees Kami as weak, it's a little bit of power Kami tries to have, saying, oh, if I don't cry in front of him, maybe he has that little bit more respect for me, which kind of portrays Kami to be a bit more pathetic.
I want you here by my side, and I don't want and only you can let me have and the one more day, oh yeah. I got to get me one more day, baby.
Now, this may be a reach, but I think the director purposely puts this song in here to portray Kami's headspace right now. Just one more day, oh yeah, is what the lyrics say in the music. I think the fact that Kami wants one more day to prove himself, and then it shows his headspace is mixed right now, because then after the lyrics say no, 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 showing that, oh, he doesn't need one more day. It shows that all these emotions are coming to him and mixing his thoughts, but really and truly, he just wants one more day to prove that he's not weak to David Field. And in the end, Kami just laughs, and I think he's laughing at himself. Kami's whole attitude and aura between seasons 1 to 3 is that he's a cool guy who doesn't really show emotion unless he's mad, but doesn't really show this type of emotion of sadness. But now he's showing it, and his emotions are so easily controlled by another person that he kind of laughs at himself, and now he's seeing himself as weak. Maybe it's a realization that he's not what he portrays himself to be, this guy with no emotion. And the fact that he's showing emotion because of someone else is funny to him. I want to talk about colour now. You see, David Field is wearing all black, And in life and in movies, all black usually is the intimidating color to represent power. And the director purposely makes David Field wear all black to show the power he has in the scene. And Whiplash done a similar thing with Terence Fletcher, the music director, wearing all black in most of his scenes to show the power that he has. But Kami is wearing a light blue shirt. Of course, it looks grey in his picture, but as he comes in the light, the shirt's actually light blue. But besides that, Kami's wearing a light blue shirt to show that light blue is a lighter colour, a colour to be taken less seriously, which portrays the scene that, you know, David Field is taken more seriously than Kami, as Kami takes David Field more seriously than David Field takes Kami. So, if that makes sense, yeah. This is very different from Kami's usual dark blue apron, and as we know, the darker the colour, the more power it should have, and black being the darkest colour has the most power. It shows that in Kami's place of work, he has the power. Ultimately, he is the ultimate chef. But in this scene, he doesn't have as much power, which is why the director changes from dark blue to light blue. And yeah, that's my take for this scene. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you don't agree or if you agree or what you think about the scene. Very good scene and good acting. Yeah, bye.